This is chapter 10A on the general term of a sequence. In this chapter, we have 3 skills we're learning: term-to-term rules, position-to-term rules, and the general term. In order to get to the general term, the prerequisite is to understand term-to-term and position-to-term. So here's a few key vocabulary words that you need to understand. A sequence is basically an ordered set of numbers. So for example, you have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Maybe you have 3, 5, 7, 9. Maybe you have 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. So a sequence is when you have numbers that go in a certain order and follow the same pattern each time it goes up. A term is a number in the sequence. So if I have the sequence 2, 4, 6, 8, 2 is a term, 4 is a term, 6 is a term, 8 is a term because they are numbers in the sequence. A linear sequence is when the sequence increases or decreases in equal amounts, meaning the same amount each time. So an example of a linear sequence is something like 2, 4, 6, 8, or 3, 5, 7, 9, or 1, 2, 3, 4. An example of a sequence that is not linear is, for example, 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, because it does not go up exactly the same amount each time. The position is where the number is in the sequence. So you have the sequence 2, 4, 6, 8. The 2 is in the first position. The 4 is in the second position. The 6 is in the third position. The 8 is in the fourth position. That is what position means, where it is in the sequence. Kind of like a race. First place, second place, third place, fourth place. Now we're going to understand what a term-to-term rule is. So the instructions read, identify the term-to-term rule and continue each sequence for 2 more terms. So term-to-term rule means what's happening in between each term. So 4 to 6, 6 to 8, 8 to 10. So the term-to-term rule here is that we start at 4, then we add 2 each time. So if we follow this pattern, because it's adding 2 each time, 10 plus 2 is 12, and 12 plus 2 is 14. And this statement right here is your term-to-term rule. So for the following 2 examples, please write out the term-to-term rule and fill in the missing 2 numbers. So pause. So in B, you have to start at 5, then add 4 each time. So 17 plus 4 is going to be 21. 21 plus 4 will be 25. For C, you have to start at 6, then subtract 4 each time. So minus 6 minus 4 is going to be negative 10. Negative 10 minus 4 is negative 14. Now, in this problem, we must generate the first 5 terms. The first 5 terms for each of the sequences described below. So in A, the first term is 8, so we start off with 8. The term-to-term rule is to add 5 to the previous term. So I'm going to go ahead and add 5. So 8 plus 5 is going to be 13, plus 5 will be 18, plus 5 will be 23, and plus 5 will be 28. So these are the first 5 terms in this sequence. So at this time, pause and complete B and C. So for B, you start at 7 and you add 2 each time. So you should have come up with a sequence that looks like this. In C, the first term is 2. And then from here, we have to subtract 4 every single time. So if we're subtracting 4 every single time, this should be your sequence. Now, skill 2, position to term rule. In order to understand this, you must understand term to term. The instructions read, find the position to term rule for each sequence. Use the rule to find the 35th and the 50th terms. So let's go ahead and enlarge this. 5, 7, 9, and 11. Now, in order to find the position to term rule, first of all, what is a position to term rule? So in term to term, we're trying to figure out what we're doing from literally term to term. And in this case, the term to term rule here is to add 2. That is my term to term rule. But my position to term rule is literally taking my position, the first term, the second term, the third term, and the fourth term, and trying to transform the position into the term. So we're transitioning position to the term. So I have to figure out how to turn 1 into 5, 2 into 7, 3 into 9, and 4 into 11. And it has to be the same rule each time. So for example, if I said 1 plus 4, that makes 5, then I have to apply it to the next one, 2 plus 4. Well, in this case, it doesn't make 7, right? So therefore, that does not work. So this is how you find the position to term rule. Step 1, figure out term to term. Term to term is to add 2 each time. So the first step in my position to term is to take my position and multiply by 2. So when it says add 2, transform it to multiplication of that number. Now 1 times 2 makes 2. It doesn't quite make 5. So you have to do one more step in order to transform it to 5. In this case, it's add 3. So 1 times 2 makes 2 plus 3 makes 5. 2 times 2 makes 4 plus 3 makes 7. 3 times 2 plus 3 makes 9. 4 times 2 plus 3 makes 11. So therefore, my position to term rule for sequence A is to take my position, multiply it by 2, and add 3. This is called my position to term rule, and that's position to term abbreviated. Okay? So that's the rule, and now that I know this rule, it's super easy to find the 35th and the 50th term, because all I have to do is just take 35 times 2, which makes 70, plus 3, which makes 73. And then for 50, you just go 50 times 2, which makes 100, plus 3, which makes 103. So at this time, pause and complete B and C. So for B, the position to term rule is going to be so if you notice term to term, it's going to be adding 7 each time. So the first thing you have to do is take your position and multiply it by 7, because you're adding 7 each time. But 1 times 7 makes 7, so how do we make 1? Well, we also have to subtract 6. So the position to term rule is position times 7, take away 6. And now that we know this rule, we can find the 35th and the 50th term. So the 35th term is 35 times 7, take away 6, which makes 239. And the 50th term is 50 times 7 minus 6, which will give you 344. Now for the last one, term to term, if you notice, it is subtracting by 4. So we're subtracting 4 each time. So we have to take our position and multiply it by -4. Because you always multiply in the first part of the position to term rule. And then, in order to turn it into 3, because 1 times -4 makes -4, we want to turn it into a 3. So in this case, we have to also add 7. So therefore, our position to term rule is multiply position by -4 and add 7. So to find the 35th term, you do 35 times -4, then you add 7 to get -133. For the 50th term, you do 50 times -4 plus 7 to get -193. Now that we understand position to term rule, we have to, in this problem, generate the first 5 terms of each of these sequences given by the position to term rule in words. So in A, you must multiply the position number by 5. So since we want to know the first 5 terms, you use position numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 to find out the first 5 terms of the sequence. So 1, multiply the position number by 5. 1 times 5 makes 5. 2 times 5 makes 10. 3 times 5 makes 15, 20, and 25. So these are the first 5 terms in this sequence using the position to term rule. So at this time, pause and complete B and C. So in B, 1 times 3 plus 4 is 7. 2 times 3 plus 4 is going to be 10. And then it will continue in this pattern. In C, multiply the position by 2 and subtract 5. So 1 times 2 is 2, subtract 5 is -3. 2 times 2 is 4, subtract 5 is -1. And it will continue in this pattern. And that's your sequence using the position to term rule. Now finally, we get to the general term. The general term is basically the formal way of expressing the position to term rule. So if you look at this part represents the term, meaning the answer. This part represents what we multiply by, and this part represents what we add or subtract by. So if we want to use this format to formally express the position to term rule, this is what we do. So if the rule is multiply position by 5, we go ahead and put this here. And then if we want to subtract by 6, we put this right here. So then the way we say this statement is T of n is equal to 5n minus 6. And n right here, just to let you know, represents your position. The first position, the second position, and so forth. So at this time, pause and complete the rest. So B, multiply the position by -2. Add 4. So the equation is T of n is equal to -2n plus 4. Or the term is equal to -2 times the position plus 4. C, multiply the position by 1, then add 10. 1 goes here, add 10. So the way we say it is the term is equal to 1 times n plus 10. Now, if another way you can express this is that the term, or t of n, is equal to just n plus 10, because 1 times anything is itself. And finally, in this slide, you're going to generate the first 5 terms of these sequences given by their position of term rules, or in this case, since it's formally written, the general term. So since I know that the term is equal to 4 times position plus 1, my first 4 terms, if I'm going to go ahead and create a table, I'm going to go ahead and write down my first 5 positions. I'm going to write down that the top represents my position, n, and at the bottom represents my term, t of n. And I'm going to go ahead and do 1 times 4 makes 4, plus 1 is 5. 2 times 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9. 3 times 4 is 12, plus 1 is 13. 4 times 4 is 16, plus 1 is 17. And 5 times 4 is 20, plus 1 is 21. So the first 5 terms of the sequence for A is 5, 9, 13, 17, and 21. At this time, pause and complete the rest. In the next 2 sequences, you should have 5, 9, 11, and 13, and then negative 8, negative 13, negative 18, negative 23, and negative 28. Now, I want to explain the next 2 because they have fractions in them, and they shouldn't scare you. Basically, anytime we multiply by 2, it means when we're multiplying by 1/2, it's the same as saying divide by 2. In this case, since we are multiplying by 1/3, it's the same as saying divide by 3. Now, because we're working with a fraction, sometimes the fraction will lead you towards an irrational number. It's best to keep these in the form of a fraction. So 1/2 times n is 1/2 plus 2 will be just 2 1/2. Then 2 times 1/2 is 1. 1 plus 2 is just 3. And you'll notice that the pattern is going to continue in that same way. And so it's pretty straightforward. Now for this one, 1/3. So let's start with 1. 1 times 1/3, well, as it will be an irrational decimal, 0.3333, so it's best to keep it in the form of a fraction. So 1 times 1/3 is 1/3 plus 2 is 2 1/3. 2 times 2/3 will 2 times 1/3 will be the same as saying 2 over 1 times 1/3, so that just makes 2/3. So 2 times 1/3 plus 2 will be 2 2/3. And then finally, 3 times 1/3 is just going to be 1 plus 2 is 3. And it'll continue in that pattern. And so these are the first 5 terms of that sequence. And that's it.